Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life. And today we got another episode. I'm out here barbecuing. Maybe at some point I'll show you what's on the grill. Nothing too special at this moment. But I do. In fact, if you look at my videos, really old videos, you'll see one where I was barbecuing pizza. And I plan to do that again. Because that was filmed on a little tiny little camera, I don't know, in 2007 maybe? I've been on YouTube a long time now. Anyway, I got a great question from Forky York. I love your guys' names, man. He says, do you think it's fair that people blame video games for doing, that they blame doing bad stuff because of video games? That sentence is just really hard to get out of my mouth, but anyway, such as murder. And so he says, when I was younger, there was a college shooting, and people blamed, for some reason, the guy because he played violent video games. Really, do I think that games cause people to be violent? No, not at all. Do I think that violent people play video games? Yes, they do. Do I think criminals play video games? Yes, they do. You know, ooh, look at this bird that's come straight at us here. I wonder if I can zoom in on him. I wonder where he's flying to. Let's see, where is he? Oh goodness, I lost track of him. There he is. He's, I thought maybe he was gonna come this way, but he decided not to. So, that looks like a snowy egret. They're cute little birds. They eat fish, and they eat the snails that are in the water here. I'm sure they probably eat some other stuff too. Anyway, so there are lots of people who play video games of all types, and in fact, even politicians play video games. I see this one lady that's getting just creamed by the Republican Party because she talked about stabbing people in World of Warcraft, and so they're taking those comments out of question or out of context, and they're talking about how she's so violent and everything because she actually talks about, playing video games and stabbing people. She's an orc assassin is what she says she is. It's kind of funny. So that they would get her on that. So, okay, on a serious note, sure, maybe people who already have violent tendencies and everything get some ideas from video games, from things they see in video games, but, just because like this Democrat who's running for office plays an orc, doesn't mean she goes out and paints her skin green, or that she's, talks about poisoning people and stabbing people, that she's actually going to go out and do that in real life. There's definitely a difference between the two, and if someone is unstable enough that they can't recognize the difference themselves between, a video game and reality, then they have other issues. It's not the video game that's the problem, it's the person that's the problem. So, the worst thing about video games is video game addiction. So, you want to see in the barbecue? Okay, here we go. This is a Traeger barbecue. I wish they had an affiliate program because you better believe that I would link to them. So, this is potato wedges that I'm barbecuing right now, and pretty soon I'll be throwing some chicken breasts on, and it should be some pretty good eating. I can do anything in this. I've even cooked bread in there. Anyway, now there's like video game addiction and stuff, and that causes things like people to, slack on their responsibilities. I had an employee that we let go because he used the excuse too many times of, sorry, the raid went late last night, and then I just slept through my alarm, and I didn't make it to work on time. He was a great guy. We really liked him. It pained me to let him go. But, when you don't show up to work on time too many times in a row, it doesn't matter whether you were raid call or whether your wife was sick in the hospital or whatever. After so many times, it really it causes a problem. Now, when I say that it's the same thing as like your wife's sick in the hospital or something, well, of course there's more slack cut for that. But in reality, businesses need to continue operating, and especially when you're a small business, if the person can't hold up their end, you have to let them go. And that's very unfortunate, but small businesses, their biggest expense is typically wages and everything, and so it's hard to carry a person along that's out for an extended stay. There are some laws for stuff like that, but as long as you're following the laws, you should be okay. Okay. Oh, I see the dragonflies are out here again. Whoop. Something else crawling on me. Gee whiz. I'm out here in bare feet. Maybe that isn't too smart. I don't know. But who knows what kind of critters are out here. Like the other day when I found that crawdad in the grass. Did you guys see that video? Anyway, I think that okay, so let me put it another way about whether or not video games make people violent. When you go to a movie and you see a great movie, or let's say a really violent movie, do you go out and copy that? Do you know the difference and everything? I just don't see it. So, anyway, thanks for the question, Forky York. I just had to say your name again because it's just funny. So, anyway, feel free to send me your questions, and some of them will get answered. Send them to me on YouTube, and I do read them all, but unfortunately I can't reply to them all. I just don't have enough of me to go around to do that. And in other stories, I think that I will do one here in the next couple of days about the Republican Party attacking the Democratic candidate for Senate because she has a level 85 orc assassin. So do subscribe if you like stuff like that, and stay tuned for that. That'll come later. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.